48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. One of the most infamous books I have reviewed, read. A lot of people label this as a self-help book. I wouldn't say that, or even an instruction manual. I believe that 48 Laws of Power is one of those books that breaks down exactly how we got to this point in history, why we're at this point in history, and where it could potentially go from here. There's this saying that if you want to hide something from a black person, you put it in a book. I firmly believe this is one of those books in reference to that saying. I would say it would be very important for black people and impoverished people, people in poverty, to read this book themselves, to comprehend tools that people are using against you to keep you down. The story of 48 Laws, as it goes through each of these laws that people have used in the past to gain political power and societal influence, we go through the lives of about 100 or more people who have lied, cheated, stolen, and committed whatever transgression possible in order to get to a position of higher power. Throughout this book, I've seen multiple conflicts, basically more matters of the heart, friendly disagreements that turned irrational. The settings are mostly placed in times and locations where power struggles occurred. After reading the book, I have come to the conclusion that the power in reference is deceit. The power that Robert Greene is speaking to is truly laws towards manipulation, calculations of personal attitudes and action. Not exactly power in terms of strength and the utilization of talent, which another book by Robert Greene actually displays and remarks on very, very well. I do not believe that this is a self-help book, more of an explanatory guide of how deceitful and selfish, greedy people act in the real world. I believe that if you were to read this book with a good conscience and a good mind, that you would be able to discern when people are using these 48 laws of power and shut them down almost immediately. I believe it gives you the power to look out for these 48 instances or these 48 attempts at deceiving you. Many people may go throughout life just accepting these 48 laws or not even acknowledging these 48 laws because they just speak with candor and don't know how to detect ill-mannered behavior. And for that reason, I believe this is a very profound book to read. The pacing is perfect. The tone that we go through with each of these 48 laws is strict, to the point, just telling you what's up, letting you know what you should know. It's nobody's business to teach you business. It's nobody's responsibility to tell you how you're about to be scammed. This book takes that responsibility, and it approaches the reader with a profound amount of respect for their time and efforts in life. I do acknowledge that Robert Greene was writing this in a certain state of mind to spread awareness. Whatever kind of awareness that is up to the reader to decide. Knowledge is only a tool. Knowledge cannot be either good nor evil. The application of knowledge is when morality steps in. So how you choose to apply the knowledge of 48 laws of power not only is all on you, but it is within your better judgment to do what you will with said information. As for me, I am going to take these life lessons and prosper going forward. Knowing what I know now, I will continue to push forward and act in any way that can help me and then as many people around me as possible. That is only due to the glory of God, the God whom I believe in. That is all I'll say about that. While reading this book, I felt deceived, not by the book, but while I read passages, figured things out, like figured out a new law and how to apply that new law, I recognized how many people had deceived me in the past. It gave me some time to reflect on their actions and how I treated their actions and what I could do in the future. It was a very helpful read. I believe the theme behind 48 Laws of Power is the corruption of greed, the use of manipulation tactics that have been used throughout history up until this point, or the date of publishing 1998. As I said before, I believe everybody who is stricken by poverty, who is at the lower level of the caste system of their society, everybody in this position should read 48 Laws of Power. I do have a belief that if you have been wronged by one of these 48 laws, I think that it would benefit you, it would massively behoove you to read this book. However, for the rating system and for the general population, when it comes to reading this book, especially now in the zeitgeist, people believe that this is a self-help book or it's labeled under self-help, I would rate it as a nah. I don't think you need to read it to help yourself. I don't think this is a book that you will read in order to gain a better outlook on life. I feel as if you're not ready and if you're not prepared to really dwell on the lessons that this book is trying to give to you, then I don't think that you're at a point where you should read it. Then again, you're your own person. You're a grown-ass person. Most likely, I don't think a kid would be reading this or watching this video, but whatever. Hey, if you're 12 and you're that smart, go ahead and read the damn thing. As a matter of fact, who am I to judge or tell anyone in particular what to do? If you think 48 Laws of Power is right for you or would be a good read, I suggest you read it yourself.